Okay, today we're going to talk about percent of change. This should have been a big one that you worked on last year, so it's kind of a quick review of it, I would hope. But we're trying to find a percent. We know percent means out of 100, so we're going to always start with x over 100. The amount of change goes on top, and it always goes over the original. And today we'll be rounding to the nearest whole percent if we need to. Again, you'll be using your calculator to set these up. Not sure, but you might be asked to tell if it's an increase or a decrease. I can't remember if the homework says to say that or not, so we'll go ahead and answer that question just to be on the safe side here. So, we're finding the percent of change. We don't know a percent. X goes over 100. What's the amount of change? Well, it was 25 and now it's 28. It is a change of 3. So just subtract those two numbers to get the amount of change. It always goes over the original 25. This one we might not need a calculator to solve because we should know something a little bit here, but we'll go ahead and do this. And if you divide, you're going to get 12%. If you knew that, you can say, what do I do to 25 to get 100? Multiply by 4. Well, you can do the same thing here, 3 times 4, and go directly to the 12. That's fine. Was it an increase or a decrease? Well, if it went from 25 to 28, it was an increase. So if you just want to put an I, you can do that if it says that in directions. If it doesn't, you don't have to worry about that. All right, and number 2, again, we're trying to find the same directions, find the percent of change. So we need x over 100. What is the amount of change? Well, 30 minus 12 would be 18 over the original, which is 30. 30x equal 1800. You might not even need a calculator to do this. We know 30 goes into 180. Well, 3 goes into 18.6, so it would be 60%. Make sure you put a percent sign on it. I'm not sure I put a percent on the last one, but I should have. And this one came out even, is it an increase or a decrease? Well, it goes from 30 to 12. It is a decrease. A big decrease of 50% or 60%. This problem, again, we want to know x over 100. What's the amount of change? 2 over the original, 14. 14x equal 200. Divide by 14, and you are going to get 14.2857 and more numbers. But the directions did say round to the nearest whole percent. That means the ones place. 2 says leave it alone. 14%. Was it an increase or a decrease? It was an increase. And we would be done.